So it is 9:45 in the morning. My throat is kind of sore today. On my way to a psychiatrist appointment. There are a lot of things that I want to discuss. Didn't have time for a shower, so I feel completely like a minger. But I didn't sleep for very long last night at all, so yeah, I squeezed every minute of bedtime out that I could. Oh my god, I sound like a man. Another thing that I wanted to mention as well is that I was interviewed by a news site a week ago today, and they didn't even tell me, but it got into the paper yesterday. And since then I've had like a lot of people contact me saying like good job, offering help on campaigning and things like that, so that's been awesome. But the article is full of inaccuracies. But I was very manic at the time of being interviewed, so I'm not surprised about that. Yeah, so if you want to read the article, it is my blog. I am going to kind of like rewrite it, if you know what I mean, so then like people get the full picture. I'm just glad that it's out there, and hopefully it will help with getting better help for people with BPD or any other mental illness. Whoa, brain hasn't woken up yet. I have no idea which psychiatrist I'm seeing today. So I went to my appointment with the psychiatrist, and she literally said there's no help. They don't do DBT in Wales, which I was told a couple years ago that they do. There was literally nothing she could offer except putting my dosage up of quetiapine, which puts my heart at bigger risk. So she's put that up to 100 instead of 75. And she's put me on some anxiety medication called promethazine. That's the best of it. This is what I was saying the other night in one of my last videos. If there not being any help for me, then I can't live life like this. So I can't remember what I said last, but I've come to that point where things aren't gonna get better for me, realistically. I'm not going to be receiving DBT. I've been given an increase in my quetiapine, but drugs don't really help people with BPD. And by increasing my dosage, I am also increasing the risk of heart damage, cardiovascular damage, and stroke, plus weight gain. And it doesn't matter what antipsychotic you take, they've all got the same risk. So basically, my options are no DBT, an increase in heart damage and stroke. I told her about the dissociation, and she patronized me like they normally do. I said that like I was disassociative over the weekend, and she was like, disassociative. Now, that is a very big word. People just seem to throw it around these days, like, but do you know what it means? I'm like thinking to myself, bitch, I live what it means. Like, just because you sit in a fucking classroom and read about mental health issues doesn't make you fucking more qualified than someone who actually lives it. So I was interrupted. My hubby's looking into going private. The woman that he called said she had BPD, and that she didn't need DBT to get rid of it. First of all, if you had BPD, you still have BPD. You may have just gotten over the symptoms of it, but it doesn't disappear. Secondly, yes, you do need DBT in some form, because that's the only thing that's recognised as working for borderlines. And then she said that she does this trauma class, 45 quid for an hour, and they work through past traumas. They push you into doing something dramatic to get help. If I have to make them notice me, I will. And I don't care what the consequences is, because as far as I'm concerned, without DBT, without therapy, my life is over, because I can't handle it. I cannot keep living if this is my life. Honestly, the NHS are fucking cunts. The Tories are fucking cunts, because they keep cutting everything. Okay, so I'm feeling a bit better. I'm in the middle of trying to arrange a meetup, hopefully next week, so that I can start campaigning and start like helping myself by helping other people, and vice versa, if that makes sense. So I've basically come up with this idea that I'm going to teach DBT. Now, I've never ever done it, but that's Poppy, by the way. She's excited because we're going out. Corey from the Borderline Life recommended me getting the workbook, the DBT workbook. So I have actually been looking into that, thanks Corey. I just think maybe if we can't get someone to teach it to us, then maybe as a group in the meetups we can teach ourselves and each other, but going through the book as a group. She's so noisy. I also did get a letter written today, a draft anyway, but my psychiatrist is writing a letter for me to get Poppy registered as a companion animal, an ESA, emotional support animal, so she'll be kind of like a working dog, but obviously like I just like to have her with me because I love her. And Poppy won't have to do anything different than she does now. It's like she won't have any roles, or she won't have any have to follow any instructions. She'll just literally have to be with me when I'm out, which she loves to do and I love to take her anyway. So oh my god, but sounds like we're trying to murder her. Yeah, so my psychiatrist is going to be writing that and sending it out, and then I'm going to register her as an ESA. We're actually going out for dessert. I know it's very naughty, but I need cheering up. Okay, so I've got one person saying yes to the meetup. Other people have said that they want to, but nobody's said like times and dates that are available yet. But yeah, fingers crossed that we get a meetup this week. I would like to get one done before the end of the month. Pop it, Poppy. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so we're out in a pub having something to eat. We just had some nachos and we're gonna have dessert. I'm not vegan, like I'm not. I love the idea of being plant-based so that it's like sometimes I see food as poison because I've done the whole bulimia thing, and I still get those thoughts. Like, I've always been interested in being plant-based again. I was vegan for like 2 years and I almost died. That was kind of mixed in with eating disorder. But I do see foods as poison a lot of the time. I know it's really weird. So I am gonna try and slowly switch to plant-based. It's gonna be a slow process, but the whole point of this conversation is I'm actually trying a vegan dessert right now. It's coconut and chocolate torte, a date and nut base. Oh, that sounds so yummy. Belgian chocolate and coconut milk torte served with vanilla flavored ice cream. Vegan one served with vegan ice cream. I'm actually going to try the vegan ice cream, and again, this is totally stupid and irrational, like a fear of food. I do have a fear of like soya milk. I hate the taste of it, but I'm pretty chuffed that there is a vegan dessert here, which I really like the sound of. Getting the vegan ice cream was a big thing for me because I could have gone with the actual ice cream. That was milk. I mean, it's not a big deal, obviously, but milk and cheese are my weakness.
Madonna.
Okay, so it's here and it looks amazing. The ice cream is a bit, I don't know, it's like messing with my head, but what doesn't? Holy shit, that smells amazing. Dude, how is that not milk? Try it. That is lush. Hubby's got real ice cream, and he's just tasted mine and his, and he said it tastes the same. So I'm gonna try the cake. Oh my god, this looks amazing. Oh my god.
Gosh, it's got bounty.
So hubby and I have been sitting here thinking about where I want to like go forward from here. I've been thinking about my campaign. It's called Fight for Life. Very dramatic, but I thought it would be like catchy. Basically, I've written out a rough draft of what I want to fight for. I think I'll do a separate video on that so that people can maybe make suggestions as well. And I've also written down all of my hopes, I guess is the word, for Border to Border, which is basically borderlines helping borderlines. Like, we can't rely on a lot of things that's in place for people with mental illness because there's just no resources. So I'm hoping if we can help each other, then it might work. Down the things that I want to achieve in that, and go into that in a different video.